Champion mud racer Bryce Sparks. Good morning.
How are you?
I'm really great. Thank you. Thanks for the time. I appreciate you jumping on the show. Mud Madness, new show on Discovery, airs Tuesday at 8 o'clock Central here in Kansas. And let's get right to it. I have a lot of questions. Tell me you had some sort of like boring desk job before you got into all this Mud Madness.
It wasn't necessarily boring, but so I was a millwright for 15 years.
Okay.
And I mean, so the show didn't exactly bring me out of that career. I became a content creator, started filming it and racing at the same time, all that type of stuff. So a combination of the two is what actually got me out of it. But,
yeah, for sure.
But yeah, not necessarily boring, but it definitely wasn't the best job.
Yeah, got it. So when did you first realize that money equaled mud for you? Like you could make a living out of this?
I don't make a living full time from racing. I definitely do make some. We got a lot of sponsors and brand deals like that help us out for sure. I mean, it really wasn't long ago when we started getting paid a lot more for this stuff. So I'd say just 2 or 3 years ago really is when money got good. But shoot, man, it's awesome that it's finally getting that way because I'm telling you, we've put the time in and we've been doing this for a while.
Yeah, you know, the great thing about this show is it's being made by the producers of Deadliest Catch, so you know there's going to be some really crazy camera angles. So I know nothing. So take me through a typical competition. Like what are the rules? How do you win?
All right, well, first of all, there's all different types of competition. I kind of compare it to like playing basketball, right? There's 1-on-1, 3-on-3, no blood, no foul, make it, take it. There's all these different types.
Yes.
But overall the game is kind of the same. Well, that's kind of the way we do things too. Different types of mud racing, from who can make it the furthest in the hole, the fastest through the hole, who can, just put on the best show. You can call each other out, side bets, whatever it may be. Hey, I got $500 because he doesn't even go all the way through. All right, bet, and it happens right on the sideline. There's all different types of racing going on, but pretty much a whole bunch of good old boys and girls show up in the middle of nowhere, and we race for the money. And some places pay out really big.
Right. That is some gladiator stuff was what that is. How do you find these spots? I mean, is it on someone's private property or how do you scout it out?
Well, so my social media is WikiBiz. I'm all over all platforms. I post a lot of the places that I'm going to be. I try to post every single time, keep you guys up to date. But it's really just a matter of kind of looking around in your area. There's also there's a Facebook page called WTF Off-Road.
Yep.
All the events are always posted on there. Definitely can check that out. But that's the coolest part, man. We're going to bring this thing right to your front door, who's never even heard of it and wouldn't know how to find it. That's one of the best things about the show is we're going to be able to show you guys exactly what we're doing out there. Yeah,
there are some good old boys and good old girls here in the Kansas area who would just eat this stuff up. Now, with all that mud, I'm watching the racing and going through all that mud. You're covered in it. Like, how do you see? Do you go all like Obi-Wan and he's in your head and he's like, Bryce, let go, trust your instincts? I mean, how do you see?
That is definitely something that's one of the most difficult things about this race is a lot of people have different methods. Me personally, I just kind of hold to the floor and hope for the
best. Close your eyes and keep your fingers crossed, I guess.
Yep. If I start to see the ground or start going rubber side up, then I let off a little bit. But other than that, hope to keep it straight.
All right, let's get to your socials a little bit. First of all, and I mean this with lots of love, but how has your wife not walked out on you and taken the children away for their own safety? I mean, I watched some of the videos, dude, and you are relentless with your content.
Hey, man. First of all, I appreciate that, dude. But no, man, she's right there with me. That's I'm just a joker. She's my Harley Quinn. We go together. She's my partner in crime. You know what I mean? And
yeah.
And as far as my little monster, she's just as involved too. Just got her own little custom side-by-side built. This is a real family thing for us.
Yeah, for sure. The prank you played with the remote control car and putting the doll on there dressed up like your little girl.
Yeah.
Dude, that was funny. Now, I don't know whether your wife thought it was very funny. That was funny.
It's probably bad timing, but I haven't really said this to anybody or anything. But so she just had surgery. And then I went and did that.
Oh, good Lord!
So in the video, her little run at me was a little slow, and I felt horrible afterwards when I was editing it because I was like, "Oh my goodness, I didn't even think about that." I'm so used to doing this stuff to her.
Yeah.
It just did it, and I didn't really think about that part of it. But
yeah, that's all right.
She afterwards she got a good laugh.
So Paige, she's the CEO of Whiskey Biz. Very strong woman, obviously. She deserves sainthood. But has there been something where she has absolutely put her foot down and said, "Bryce, you are not doing that"?
Well, so the side-by-side swing, I would say, is probably her least favorite so far. There's never been any that she could. Yes, she's definitely done that, but I I just wait until I get her warmed up to it. You know what I mean? Like eventually, I have to do it.
Right.
It's just the type of person I am. But one time, I don't know if you saw the video, but I made basically a swing set that a kid would play on.
Right.
And I don't know about you, but whenever I was a kid, I remember in recess, I always wondered, I wonder if I could swing all the way around and
Yes.
go to the other side. Well, so I built a heavy duty swing set, and I bolted the rear tires into the top of it on my side by side, and I hit the gas and swung all the way around. So that was one that she really was not fond of.
I love the. It's like your brain's always working. I love the creativity. Like, what are you looking to create and build next? What's on the blueprints? What's on the table?
So I actually just built the world's first twin engine side by side. So I have an engine in the front and an engine in the rear. I'm actually, after this interview, I'm jumping in the truck and I'm headed down to Texas. It's a 13-hour drive to Mud Nationals to race it. So it has not made a pass yet. That was my thing I've been working on for quite a little while now. So I'm excited to test that out.
Nice. Your teenager series on social media, it's pretty funny. Again, I feel for your wife. If you had to pick one career, comedy or mudding, which one would it be?
Oh, man, that's a tough question. I absolutely love making people laugh, smile, love entertaining people, man. But the racing and the muds and stuff it really is my passion. I've definitely been doing that longer. I would probably have to stay with that.
Okay. Okay. I can see, and I can tell you love making people laugh. You're the teenager, the bra, I'm built different, all that. I mean, it is outstanding.
Thank you.
What's the most dangerous thing you've ever done?
Probably be. Well, whenever I was younger, man, when I was a teenager, me and my friends used to just go jump off of bridges into like the lakes and the creeks and stuff like that.
Right.
I would definitely say that is way up there. But as far as side-by-side stuff goes, I built a 26-foot tall loop, and I put one of my side-by-sides in it.
Whew.
And there's my wife. I don't know if you can see her in the shot, but anyways, she's speaking in behind me right now. I built the loop and looped my side-by-side upside down one time.
That's amazing.
That's probably the scariest, sketchiest one I've done yet.
Yeah, see, you and I were alike. When we were kids, I grew up in southern Maine. We had bridges. We jump off into the rivers and stuff, and you sometimes you just didn't know how shallow or deep it was, but you jumped anyway.
Yep, we would usually send at least one of us out there to kind of float around a little and see if they could go down and touch the bottom. But besides that, it was kind of just winging it.
All right, so worst injury you've ever had?
Worst injury I ever had was actually on ATV. I don't race those as much anymore. I still play with them, and actually on the show, you'll see me race one.
Right.
But I compound fractured my arm and had my wrist. Basically, where your wrist hinges at,
Yep.
There was no hinge there. My arm was about 6 inches shorter, and my hand was sitting midway on my forearm there. And I did that 3 times in 1 year.
Wow.
So,
well, I mean, overall, that shows you how the safety measures you guys take to do this.
Yeah. I'm very fortunate. I have the best roll cage fabricator in the United States, Whaley Welding and Fab. Those guys build my roll cage, keep me all safe in there. I've got all my neck restraints and everything, to keep me nice and safe. With age, you get a cage. You know what I mean? I went from an ATV into the UTV,
Right.
And definitely safer in there. Although they are faster and jump higher, and they do everything a little bit more. I mean, it still does have a safety factor there.
Sure. What are you into that has absolutely nothing to do with your comedy or your mudding?
Oh man, that's a good question. Let me think. I'm a family man, dude. I love just hanging out with my family, and I know that they're in the mud world and stuff too, my comedy stuff too. But man, if I'm not writing skits or cracking jokes or out riding or whatever, it's definitely going to be just hanging out with the family, chilling. I like doing painting, and I do like metal engraving and stuff like that.
Nice.
Like doing any kind of artistic stuff. I love creating. That's really what it comes down to. Is I just love creating stuff.
Yeah, I just picked up painting. The last few years, I've painted our family Christmas card, so it's kind of fun to do.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
It's just relaxing, man. I put on a podcast, and I can just relax and kind of zone out and do it.
There you go. I love it. Well, listen, Bryce Sparks, good luck down in Texas with your dual engine creation there. But champion mud racer Bryce Sparks, you can see him on Mud Madness. It airs Tuesday, brand new series on Discovery at 8 o'clock Central Time. And go check out his socials. Give me that handle on all the socials again, Bryce.
Well, thanks for having me. And my social, Whiskey Biz on everything.